Got a good church?
Yes.
All right. A little bit of a special thing I wanted to do tonight, so please find your seats for a couple minutes, and then we're going to go do a second set. But the first thing I want to do is I want to give it over to my friend Juan. He's got a testimony he wants to give, so if you guys will give him your attention for a couple minutes, let's give it up for Juan.
Hi, my name is Juan. I'm from Puerto Rico. I know what Pastor was talking to me about my pronunciation because when I was 19, I grew up in Christian school, and I know about God. But when I was 19, when my father and my mom started divorce, they put a lot of stuff in my mind, and I was getting crazy, and I always prayed, God help me, because I was starting to thinking about killing myself, and that was the first time that I know that God exists, because I took my father's gun and I tried to kill myself, and I can't do it, I shot myself only. But to make the story short, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I started to use crack because my uncle introduced me in crack cocaine, and I would have my own business in Puerto Rico, and everything that I made in 15 years, I lost it, and all my family get together, and they make the decision to send me here to Ohio, because I have a sister live in Bolivia, and I came here in 2007, and I was thinking about, just do a program, stay clean and sober for a little while, and going back to Puerto Rico, but that don't happen that way, When I came here, I didn't speak English, and I went to the Salvation Army, and I need to work. In that program, you need to work, you need to worship. And my sister heard me. She bring me a little translate. She found for me a Bible that one side is in Spanish, the other side in English. And after 2 weeks, I'm starting to realize that it's not a joke, and I need to do something, The first thing that I did was humble myself and start to worship one-on-one, like the pastor said the last week, one-on-one, because I didn't know anybody, I didn't have any friends, I would feel alone in that place, and after 6 months, my father gave me a surprise. He came to the state to visit me, and at church, on Sunday at church, I have that feeling that God pushed me to stand up and ask my father for forgiveness, because I'm told there are a lot of stuff to use drugs, because there's no way, I lost my job, I lost everything, and I need to stop to buy drugs, And after 6 months of the program, when my father came here, and I stand up in front of all the people, and I asked my father for forgiveness. And that was awesome for me, my father helped me, and that was fun, And after 8 months, when I finished my program, I said, whoa, I did the program, I speak English a little bit better, and I'm going back to Puerto Rico. But when you work one-on-one with God, you start to feel stuff in your body, to hear his voice, you know, and that was fun because I hear his voice.
Come on.
And he told me, you can go back to Puerto Rico. And I said, what? I did the program and I got 8 months clean and sober. You want me to stay here? I don't speak English that well, you know. How can I going to find a job? You know, I'm starting to have complaint with him, you know, because that's the way that I am. And he told me, you need to stay here. And when you walk with the Lord, you need to be obedient. And I said, okay, I'm going to stay here, but you're gonna help me, you know. You're gonna help me to find a job. You're gonna help me to find a place. You know, you're gonna help me to save money to bring my wife and my son with me. And he's faithful. He's faithful. He helped me to find a job. The first job that I found out, I filled an application in job just one, and I found a job after 2 weeks in the program in Green Line, they pack green beans, and I said, God, I never packed, I never worked in a factory, you know. And I said, well, that's what you have for me. I went to that factory. I worked there about a year. I saved money. I bring my wife. I bring my son with me. And I found a place to live with them, you know. He started doing stuff in my life, you know. I was praying every day, you know. And I thank God every day to be clean and sober. And I started to visit the Vineyard Church in Pittsburgh, and I meet that guy that he worked in construction, and I quit in the factory, and I started working with him. And after five months working with him, I had an accident in Central Avenue, and I broke my arm. My car was totaled. And I said, God, what I'm going to do again, you need to help me, you know. And he helped me again, you know. After two weeks, I got a car for free. The church gave me a car for free. My wife found a job, and he helped me, you know. There's a lot of things that God has done in my life, but he's not finished with me yet, you know. At the beginning of the year, you know, I'm still talking with him. So I enjoy talk with the Lord right now, you know. It's awesome. And he said, you will be ready to go back to Puerto Rico. But I have a truck, I have a lot of toys, my son has a lot of toys, I have a cargo trailer, a lot of tools, and I called that company, and that cost me about $5,000 to send everything to Puerto Rico. And I said, Lord, you need to help me. I'm very happy.